they say that the wallabies built a very big pile of rocks, probably to play on, and the swamp pheasant built a nest there and had her young. And the equal, the mountain devil, he destroyed them. And the pheasants were so annoyed that they lit this very big fire and melted all the rocks, which became Mount Mulligan. And the equal, the mountain devil, to save himself, dug the lake on the top of the mountain and lives in it. That was the only way he escaped. That is still his home. That is the legend of Mount Mulligan. Chuma mikkolo dama dama, ikku kole mikkolo wole. Now that is, if men go into the mountain, the ikku would be very annoyed and men would die. And if they persisted in going in, that the ikku would kill them again.
What was the year you left Mount Mulligan, Auntie?
Pardon?
What was the year you left Mount Mulligan?
In 1952.
I think I've got everything now. Even the matches. I haven't forgotten those this time.
I've got to put my
Don't
hat
forget your light.
Oh, yes, of course.
How long is it since you've seen Jim McComb, Auntie?
Oh, it must be 5 or 6 years. I think it would be quite that long. Well, I suppose I'll have to put hat on.
I should better do that.
And I do hope they fix that road up. It's in a dreadful state, you know. And it's not so good, so many people coming up. I'm sure they will be annoyed about it if it's not fixed up.
Have you got your tablets?
Yes, I have my tablet. I think I have everything.
You've arranged with Mrs. Coughlin to look after Sep?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Coughlin will look after Sep. He'll be quite all right. You'll be a good boy now, Seppy. I'd like to go back because I think every stick and stone of it is familiar to me. And the old mountain, of course, it still has its old pictures that I could make out as I was a child. I could see pictures on the mountain. I can still see them. My goodness, what a heart you had to take that on. we go up in a motor car and we're tired. Tired, yes. My mother landed in Port Douglas with 4 little children, and she had no way of getting to the Hodkinson. And there was a family there that had hired a dray. So the teamster said to my mother, well, I'll take the children and your boxes, but you'll have to walk. It's between 60 and 80 miles. And she walked and carried her baby next to the dray. Have their tea early and then camp away in the bushes because of fear of being speared with the Aboriginals, you know. And when she landed at a mine called the Empress of India, and the teamster said to her, well, this is where you stop. And she said she looked about and there was nothing, only bush. She said, where do I go? There she was with 4 little children. And he said, see that gully, you follow that gully down and you'll come to some tents. And that was her home. She said she used to soak her feet in hot water and salt at night time on that journey. All blistered, you know. I don't think tribute has been paid enough to the pioneer women.
Is all right, yeah. How do you do?
Ah, lovely to see you.
Hello, Jim.
Yeah.
Hello, Marion.
Hello, how are you?
Oh,
nice to see you. Hello,
remember
Doc.
me, you
Yes,
do?
I do.
Yeah,
Only by your mother, though.
My mother. Most
Yes,
people
saw your
say-
mum last year.
You know me?
He beat you.
well, I was expecting to meet Bill McComb,
Canopia.
Mobley,
This
but
is me.
it's what,
That's him.
How do you do?
48 or 49 years since I saw
And
you.
you're-
You were only
you're
40.
Doc.
Dot.
This is
Yeah.
Richards, it was.
Nice to
Yes,
see
your
you.
dad taught Bill, didn't he?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Hi,
Wonderful
Jimmy.
to see.
Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Oh, dear Jim.
Thank you. Round the corner with them now.
Go on then, don't you help me out.
No.
I never ever thought, you know, that I'd be helping you around. Coming back to Mount Mulligan.
And I never thought you'd be helping me either, Jim.
I remember when you didn't need this stool, you know.
Yes, I remember it well too. Thank you, Jim.
Good.
It was only bush, of course, when we went there. There was no township, of course, known as Mount Mulligan. That didn't come into being till after the coal was discovered in 1907. My brother discovered the coal. It was a Sunday, and I can remember him bringing it home and showing it to my father. My father sent the first consignment of coal away with a pack team. It was for testing, you see, and it turned out all right. Well, of course, then the Chiligo Company worked it after, and they were working it at the time of the disaster. The geologist's dream, it was called. They say that you never know what you'll find there. Oh, it has a rugged beauty. It's a beautiful mountain. They talk about Ayers Rock. I'm quite sure that if the tourists knew, but then I suppose it would be ruined too. Are you going to visit the dam? I would very much like to see it.